My dear child, I see the fire in your heart, the burning desire not to settle for less than the extraordinary, for I, your Creator, have instilled in you a spirit of greatness. This urge, this yearning to rise above mediocrity, is not something random or misplaced. It is the divine call within your soul, a whisper from heaven that echoes with purpose, reminding you of all that I have set before you. Settling for less than what I have promised is not part of who you are, because I made you to soar, to grow, and to walk boldly in all that I have prepared for you. Type Amen if you believe in God. Please subscribe to my channel for daily God messages. You are not meant to accept half measures or to compromise your dreams, for I, the Lord your God, have woven incredible promises into the fabric of your being. I have spoken life, hope, and abundance into your future, and my words will not return void. Know that I have placed within you the strength to claim every blessing, every breakthrough, and every moment of joy that I have destined for you. I have a plan, a roadmap for your life that is far beyond what you can imagine or even dream. Type Amen if you believe in God. The path to receiving all that I have promised may not always be easy, but I am with you every step of the way. When the road seems long and filled with obstacles, when you face moments of doubt or fear, remember that I am right there beside you. I am guiding your steps, even when you don't see it. My hand is upon your life, and no force in heaven or on earth can take away what I have set aside for you. Type Amen if you believe in God. But, my beloved child, I also want you to know that receiving the fullness of my promises requires faith. It requires perseverance, trust, and a deep, unwavering belief in my goodness. There will be times when the world will try to convince you to settle for less, to compromise, or to abandon the dreams I've placed in your heart. Don't listen to those voices. They are not from me. I am the voice of truth, and I say to you today, I have more for you. Much more. Type Amen if you believe in God. I am a God of abundance, not scarcity. I did not create you to merely survive, but to thrive. The life I have for you is one of purpose and fulfillment. My promises are not empty, they are real, tangible, and within your reach if you will only believe. I have not forgotten the desires of your heart. I see every prayer, every tear, and every moment of faith, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Behind the scenes, I am working things together for your good, orchestrating situations and aligning people in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Type Amen if you believe in God. Child, you must continue to trust in my timing. I know that waiting can be hard, but remember, delays are not denials. Sometimes the wait is necessary, not because I am withholding anything from you, but because I am preparing something far greater than what you can currently perceive. The waiting season is often a growing season. It's where your faith is stretched, where your character is refined, and where you learn to lean fully on me. Don't despise the waiting, for it is in the waiting that I am doing some of my greatest work in your life. Type Amen if you believe in God. You are destined for greatness because I have called you to greatness. And greatness, my dear child, is not about achieving worldly success or recognition. It is about becoming the person I created you to be. It is about walking in your divine purpose, fulfilling your calling, and living in alignment with the destiny I have written for you. You are chosen, set apart, and loved beyond measure. My plans for you are good, and they are plans to prosper you, to give you hope, and a future filled with the richness of my blessings. Type Amen if you believe in God. So, when the enemy tries to convince you that settling is your only option, when doubt creeps in, and fear threatens to overtake your heart, I need you to remember this: I did not create you for mediocrity. I did not create you to live a life of limitation or lack. You are my child, and because of that, there are no limits to what you can achieve. The dreams in your heart were placed there by me, and I intend for you to see them come to fruition. But you must not give up. You must not settle. Keep pressing forward, for the best is yet to come. Type Amen if you believe in God. I know that sometimes life can be overwhelming. There are seasons when it feels like nothing is working out, like the promises I've made seem distant and unattainable. In those moments, I need you to hold fast to your faith. Remember that I am the God who moves mountains, the God who makes a way where there seems to be no way. Just because things don't look the way you expected right now doesn't mean I'm not working. I am always working, even in the silence, even in the waiting, even in the moments when you can't see the full picture. Type Amen if you believe in God. You were not created to settle because I am the God of more. More love. More grace. More provision. More joy. And I want you to experience it all. But sometimes, my child, I need you to step out in faith. Sometimes I need you to take a leap, to trust me even when it doesn't make sense, to believe that I will catch you and guide you to the place of promise. Faith, after all, is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You may not see the full manifestation of what I have promised yet, but it's coming. It's on the way. Type Amen if you believe in God. So, keep your eyes fixed on me. Don't let the distractions of this world pull you away from the path I have set before you. Stay rooted in my word, spend time in my presence, and let your heart be aligned with mine. When you do this, you will find that my promises are closer than you think. I am not a God who forgets. I am faithful to complete the work I have started in you. I am faithful to bring to pass every word I have spoken over your life. Type Amen if you believe in God. Don't settle, my child, for anything less than the abundant life I have for you. Trust in me, lean not on your own understanding, and in all your ways, acknowledge me. I will make your paths straight. I will lead you into the fullness of your destiny, and you will see my goodness in the land of the living. Type Amen if you believe in God. I love you with an everlasting love, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. Keep your faith strong. Keep your hope alive. Keep believing in the greatness I have placed within you. Your time is coming, and when it does, you will understand why the wait was necessary. You will look back and see my hand in every detail, in every moment of uncertainty, and you will know that I was working all things for your good. Type Amen if you believe in God. Now go, my beloved, and live fully in the confidence that I am with you. The best is yet to come, and I will never fail you. With love, God, dear child. There will come moments in your life when God stirs your heart in ways that may feel unsettling, pushing you to move away from what is familiar, what is safe, and what feels like home. You might wonder why you're being asked to walk away from the comfort of the known, from the steady rhythms that have carried you thus far. The truth is, God rarely works through what's ordinary or expected. He operates in the extraordinary, and He often leads us through paths that, while unfamiliar, are absolutely necessary for our growth and His ultimate plan for our lives. Type Amen if you believe in God. You see, faith doesn't flourish in comfort. It grows in the wilderness, where the ground is uncertain and the path is unclear. Sometimes, God calls us to leave behind the normal routines we've become accustomed to because those routines can hold us back from the fullness of what He has planned. What seems comfortable and safe might actually be preventing us from experiencing His greatest blessings. It's when we step into the unknown, when we are forced to lean solely on Him, that we truly begin to see His power at work in our lives. Type Amen if you believe in God. Think of Abraham. God asked him to leave everything behind, his home, his land, his family, and journey to a place he had never seen before. Imagine the uncertainty, the fear of the unknown. And yet, Abraham trusted. He didn't know where he was going, but he knew who was leading him. God wasn't concerned with Abraham's comfort, He was concerned with Abraham's destiny. And in that obedience, Abraham received blessings that were beyond his wildest dreams, blessings that stretched not just to his own life, but to the generations that followed. Type Amen if you believe in God. In the same way, dear child, God may ask you to leave your normal behind. Maybe it's a place, a relationship, or even a mindset that you've grown used to, but now He's stirring something deeper within you. You might feel afraid to take that step, unsure of what lies ahead, but know this: God never asks us to leave something behind without giving us something far greater in return. What He has in store for you may not be visible right now, but it is always better than anything you could imagine on your own. Type Amen if you believe in God. But, remember, the path to God's blessings often requires discomfort. It requires us to walk through seasons where we may feel stretched, challenged, and even unsettled. There may be times when it seems like nothing is going as planned, when the journey feels more like a struggle than a blessing. Yet, these are the very moments when God is working most powerfully. It is in the uncomfortable spaces that He molds us, shapes us, and prepares us for the blessings He has already prepared for us. Type Amen if you believe in God. Think about Joseph. He had a dream, a vision from God about his future, but before he saw the fulfillment of that dream, he had to endure betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment. None of it made sense at the time. He had every reason to feel abandoned and forgotten, but God had not left him. In fact, it was in those dark and difficult places that God was refining him, positioning him for something far greater than he could have ever imagined. And in the end, Joseph's greatest blessings came after his greatest trials. Type Amen if you believe in God. Your journey may be uncomfortable right now. You may be in a season where you're being asked to step out in faith, to trust God even when you don't understand what He's doing. But take heart, because God is with you. He has gone before you, and He is making a way, even if you can't see it yet. You are being prepared for something bigger, something beyond your comprehension. The discomfort you're feeling is not a sign of God's absence, it's a sign of His divine preparation. Type Amen if you believe in God. So, don't be afraid to leave what's normal behind. Don't be afraid to pursue what's necessary, even when it requires sacrifice or stepping into the unknown. Trust that God knows exactly what He's doing, and He is working all things together for your good. Some of the greatest blessings in life will come when you choose to follow Him, even when the path is uncomfortable. Type Amen if you believe in God. You were not created for a life of complacency or mediocrity. God has designed you for a purpose far greater than you can imagine, but to step into that purpose, you have to be willing to leave behind what feels comfortable. You have to be willing to trust Him, even when the road ahead is unclear. Type Amen if you believe in God. Faith is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward despite fear, trusting that God will provide each step of the way. The road may not always be easy, but the reward is always worth it. You will grow stronger, wiser, and more rooted in His love through every trial, through every step into the unknown. Type Amen if you believe in God. In closing, dear child, I encourage you to embrace the uncomfortable. Embrace the uncertainty. For it is in those moments that God is nearest, guiding you towards His greatest blessings. As you step out in faith, know that He goes before you, and His plans for you are good. Trust in His timing, trust in His process, and remember that some of your biggest blessings will come when you are willing to be uncomfortable for the sake of His will. Type Amen if you believe in God. Keep your heart open, your faith strong, and your eyes fixed on Him. For the journey may be challenging, but the destination is worth every step. Type Amen if you believe in God. Dear child, in this life, there will always be moments when you're called to step into a greater purpose, a larger existence, one that challenges you beyond the boundaries of your current reality. It's easy to settle into the rhythms of life, into the familiar routines, and what feels like a comfortable, steady space. The comfort zone can feel safe, a place where everything is known and expected. It's a space where you have mastered your daily tasks, found ease in your environment, and can coast through life without much disturbance. But deep down, you know this is not where you were meant to stay forever. You were created for more than just comfort. You were designed for greatness, for a life that taps into the full potential that resides within you. Type Amen if you believe in God. There is a unique zone within each of us, a zone of genius, that only begins to emerge when we leave behind the comforts we cling to. This zone is not just about talent, but about the divine gifts that lie within, the ones we've yet to fully explore or even realize exist. The truth is, dear child, if you truly wish to operate in your zone of genius, you're going to have to release your grip on your zone of comfort. It is only outside that familiar space that real growth happens, where the truest version of yourself begins to rise. Type Amen if you believe in God. The zone of genius is the place where your natural abilities align with your greatest passions. It is where you're operating at a level beyond mere competence or success. It's where you're thriving, flourishing, where your life begins to take on a new brilliance. This is the realm of extraordinary purpose, where you tap into your God-given talents in a way that not only brings you fulfillment but impacts the world in profound ways. Type Amen if you believe in God. Yet, stepping into this realm will not come without challenges. The comfort zone is seductive. It holds you in place with thoughts of ease, safety, and predictability. It whispers to you that it's better to stay where you are, to avoid the unknown, to keep doing what's familiar. But staying in that zone means staying stagnant, limiting your growth, and ultimately diminishing the potential that lies dormant within you. Life becomes small when you refuse to move beyond the known. However, the moment you take that first bold step out of the familiar, you begin to discover that there's a whole new level of your gifts that you haven't even begun to tap into yet. Type Amen if you believe in God. Think about it, every time you've experienced real progress or breakthrough in your life, it likely didn't come from staying in your comfort zone. It came from stepping out, from pushing past fears, doubts, and uncertainties. It came from moments of discomfort, moments where you had to lean into faith and trust that you were being led towards something greater. You didn't always have the full picture, but you had enough faith to believe that there was something on the other side worth pursuing. And that is the call now, to once again trust that stepping out will lead to something magnificent. Type Amen if you believe in God. The comfort zone isn't just a place of safety, though, it's also a place of limitation. It's a boundary that keeps you from growing into the fullness of who you were created to be. Every great person who has achieved anything significant in this world has had to leave behind their comfort zone at some point. They had to take risks, make sacrifices, and trust that even if the journey was hard, it would be worth it. And so, too, must you, dear child. Type Amen if you believe in God. The beauty of life is that it's ever evolving, and so are you. There are untapped wells of creativity, strength, resilience, and wisdom inside you. There are dreams and visions waiting to be birthed, ideas waiting to be realized, and gifts waiting to be unlocked. These things will not come to life while you remain in a space of comfort. They require you to stretch, to grow, to challenge yourself in new ways, to step into the unknown with courage and confidence. Type Amen if you believe in God. It is said that ships are safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are made for. Similarly, you were not created to stay in the harbor of comfort. You were designed to sail, to explore the vastness of the ocean, to face the waves and the winds, and to discover the beauty and wonder of the journey. Yes, there will be challenges along the way, but there will also be moments of breathtaking beauty, of profound joy, of deep fulfillment, and of true discovery. You will find that the risks were worth it, that the challenges only made you stronger, and that the journey was far greater than you ever imagined. Type Amen if you believe in God. So, what does it mean to operate in your zone of genius? It means moving beyond competence, beyond success, and into excellence. It means fully aligning your actions, your work, and your life with the deepest parts of who you are, the parts that bring you the most joy, the most fulfillment, and the greatest sense of purpose. It's about using the gifts you've been given to make a difference in the world, to touch the lives of others, and to fulfill the unique purpose you were created for. Type Amen if you believe in God. But let's be honest, it won't always be easy. Leaving the comfort zone comes with discomfort. There will be moments of uncertainty, of fear, of doubt. There will be times when you wonder if you're capable, if you're worthy, if you have what it takes. But know this, those feelings are normal. Every person who has ever stepped into their zone of genius has felt the same. The difference is, they didn't let those feelings stop them. They moved forward anyway. They chose to believe in their potential, to trust that they were being guided, and to keep going, even when the path wasn't clear. Type Amen if you believe in God. The key is to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing discomfort as something to avoid, begin to see it as a sign that you're growing, that you're moving in the right direction. Discomfort is a signal that you're stretching beyond your limits, and that's where true growth happens. Embrace it. Lean into it. Trust that on the other side of that discomfort is a new level of greatness waiting for you. Type Amen if you believe in God.